10 Essential Tips for Surviving a Zombie Apocalypse. Many people's imaginations have been captured by the notion of a zombie apocalypse, and it's easy to understand why. It's both exciting and scary to think about fighting zombies and trying to stay alive in a world full of them. But what can you do if you find yourself in the midst of a zombie apocalypse to improve your odds of surviving? Protecting citizens' health and safety is the duty of the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, a national public health organization in the United States. The CDC introduced a novel campaign in 2011 called Preparation 101, Zombie Apocalypse, with the goal of educating people about emergency preparedness and possible zombie outbreaks. Many of the tips in this video are directly based on the advice of the CDC. The Preparedness 101, Zombie Apocalypse campaign quickly went viral, and it became one of the CDC's most popular public health campaigns ever. Major news organizations like CNN, NPR, and the New York Times covered it, and it even sparked a number of emergency preparedness activities and training courses with zombie themes around the nation. Here are the top 10 tips for surviving a zombie apocalypse. 1. Be ready. Surviving a zombie apocalypse requires being well prepared. Before the end of the world occurs, you should have a plan in place that includes creating an appropriate safe haven with adequate protection and supplies to keep you going for a long time. You need to make sure your location is secure, ideally surrounded by barriers such as walls or fences, and equipped with firearms and other weapons for defense if necessary. Additionally, it should be stocked with food items that are non-perishable and easy to store, clean water, medical supplies such as bandages, antibiotics, painkillers, hygiene products like soap, toothpaste, fuel sources such as wood or coal, basic tools like hammers and screwdrivers, radios or two-way communication devices for emergency use. Lastly, in case of emergencies when you need to leave your safe spot quickly without warning, prepare a bug-out bag, which is basically an emergency kit containing essential items needed for survival during evacuation situations. The bag should include items like first aid kits, clothing layers appropriate for various climates, if traveling, flashlights, torches, candles plus matches, lighters, fire starters, maps and compass, navigation tools, knives and cutting tools, energy bars and canned foods, etc. Having these prepared before any potential outbreak can help ensure your safety during this chaotic period. 2. Keep informed. It is essential to stay informed during a zombie apocalypse in order to protect yourself and those around you. News updates, emergency broadcasts, and any cautions issued by local authorities should all be closely monitored. By doing so, you can identify potential threats quickly and take appropriate action to ensure your safety. This could include avoiding certain areas or taking preventative measures such as stocking up on supplies or making plans for evacuation if necessary. Additionally, monitoring the news allows you to stay updated on any new developments regarding the situation at hand, which may provide insight into how long it may last or what other steps need to be taken in order to survive it. Therefore, keeping informed is one of the most important things that you can do during a zombie apocalypse in order to remain vigilant and ultimately keep out of harm's way. 3. Travel light. When you're on the move, it's important to remember that packing light is essential. Not only will this allow you to travel more quickly, but it also helps keep a low profile and avoid drawing any unwanted attention from the undead. When deciding what items to bring with you on your journey, make sure to pack only the essentials such as food, water, first aid supplies, and a few simple tools. To make travel even easier and more convenient for yourself, consider bringing along either a small backpack or duffel bag, which can easily be carried around without weighing you down too much. 4. Be quiet. In order to avoid attracting zombies, it is important to stay as quiet as possible. This means that you should not yell or use any kind of loud noise-producing weapons. Additionally, if there are any machines or vehicles available for use, try to opt out of using them and instead find alternative methods such as walking that don't produce a lot of sound. Furthermore, when closing doors, make sure to do so very quietly in order to keep the noise level at a minimum. Keeping your voice low and avoiding loud noises will help you remain safe from zombies while also preserving your energy for other activities you might need to take part in during the zombie apocalypse. 5. Learn self-defense. In a zombie apocalypse, being able to protect yourself is crucial for survival. Learning the fundamentals of self-defense, such as how to fight hand-to-hand combat and how to properly use weapons like knives or guns, is essential. Practicing these techniques on a regular basis will help keep your skills sharp and ensure that you are prepared if the need arises. You should always be aware of your surroundings and ready to utilize the knowledge and abilities you have acquired in order to defend yourself against any potential threats. 6. Create community. When forming a group to survive the zombie apocalypse, it is important to find individuals who share similar values and beliefs. It is also essential that each member of the group cooperate in order to pool resources such as food and weapons, while also defending one another against any potential threats from the dead. When choosing a location for your neighborhood, make sure it is both small enough so that everyone can stay organized but large enough that it offers adequate protection and assistance. To ensure efficient decision-making within your community, consider electing a leader or creating an elected governing council with designated responsibilities for all members. This will help provide guidance and structure during times of crisis and allow for better planning when dealing with external threats. 7. Be clean and hygienic. To further protect yourself from infection in a zombie apocalypse, it is important to practice good hygiene. Regularly wash your hands with soap and warm water for at least 20 seconds each time. Using an antibacterial hand sanitizer can also help reduce the spread of germs. Additionally, avoid touching your face or mouth with your hands, as this could transfer bacteria or viruses that may be present on them. Furthermore, make sure to keep your home clean and sanitized by regularly wiping down surfaces with disinfectant wipes or sprays. Finally, consider wearing gloves and a mask when outside of the house in order to reduce any germs you may come into contact with during your travels through the apocalyptic world. 8. Adapt. When facing the uncertainty of a zombie apocalypse, it is important to remain flexible and prepared for anything. You should be ready to quickly adjust your plans if needed and be willing to improvise in order to adapt best to any changing conditions you may encounter. Depending on the specific situation, you might find yourself needing to alter your original travel arrangements or choose a new safe place for shelter. You also need to be aware of any relevant policies that have been put into place by local authorities or your neighborhood community that could affect how you respond during such an event. Therefore, staying adaptive and being prepared for sudden changes can help ensure your safety during this difficult time. 9. Optimism. In a zombie apocalypse, it's easy to feel overwhelmed. The situation can become incredibly bleak and scary quickly. That's why it's so important to stay optimistic during this time. It is possible for you to maintain positivity even in the midst of chaos by focusing on what you can do, like staying alive and helping others. Doing that will help lift your spirits and improve morale amongst those around you too. Having an upbeat attitude when facing a challenging problem or dangerous situation can make all the difference in the outcome. Therefore, positive thinking should be encouraged at all times. 10. Be willing to move. When it comes to survival against the zombie apocalypse, one of the most important rules is to keep pushing forward. You should never stay in one place for too long, as zombies are relentless and will eventually find you if you linger. To ensure that you stay ahead of them, move quickly and cautiously at all times. Avoid making loud noises or drawing attention to yourself wherever possible when exploring new spaces or scavenging for supplies. Furthermore, make sure that you always have a map or GPS device on hand so that you can safely navigate your way through unknown territory without getting lost. Lastly, be prepared to change course at any point if necessary. Don't be afraid to adjust your plans according to the situation. Of course, if you find the perfect zombie-free location, stay put. But be ready to move instantly if necessary. In 2021, the CDC dropped all coverage of zombies from its website. Many people wonder why. It is still possible to find zombie prep material at the many government document depository libraries throughout the United States. The American government tried to warn us before going silent on this matter. Should we listen? In conclusion, surviving a zombie apocalypse necessitates meticulous planning, knowledge in self-defense, and flexibility in response to unforeseen events. You'll have a better chance of surviving the end of the world if you heed these 10 advice. Just keep moving forward and being aware and optimistic. If you enjoyed this video, please like it and subscribe to Connect Paranormal. This will allow us to make more videos. Thanks for watching.